MasterTrax is a project that I started probably 25, 30 years ago. It actually was a combination of believe it or not, two names that came about from playing with a very close friend of mine. So we kind of combined those two names, and we came up with the idea of the name MasterTrax. MasterTrax has really become a legacy piece for me in conjunction with a lot of other things that I do. But it's more of what I would probably describe as a collection of classic songs, jazz, smooth jazz, contemporary jazz, some pop tunes, blues, those sorts of things. So it really has a lot of flexibility in terms of its application. Sometimes I use it as a solo model. Sometimes I use it as a duo or a trio model, and it works very well for me in that capacity. It's really interesting as a musician. You play a lot in a lot of different contexts. You know, I played in. I'm from Durham originally, Durham, North Carolina, and I started playing jazz and pop music back in the '60s. I went away to college in Washington D.C. at Howard University, and I traveled and played in that area for quite a while with a few bands. When I came back to Durham in 1975, that was really about the time when this MasterTrax concept kind of came together. And it came about because I really wanted to play what I would call the classic music. I did a lot of contemporary things in that time. We were doing, you know, a lot of smooth jazz. Al Jarreau, for example, was really a good, you know, model for me. You know, we were right there in Durham, so we were right next to North Carolina Central University. We had a number of students who came through the MasterTrax project. Actually, before that, before I even got involved with the students there, I happened to have a chance to work with a lady now who is a world-class vocalist, Miss Nina Freelon, who worked with me for a while in the concept of MasterTrax. And then there's so many musicians I could name who came through that model in the MasterTrax program, and that's really, I would say, how I got started. It was really back in Durham, in a hotbed of musical talent. So many guys that I could name, like I said. It's really incredible. I've really been very fortunate to be able to have done that. Music has been my passion. I actually have a foundation that we work with. It's called, the Durham Jazz Renaissance Foundation. We have several projects that have come out of that foundation. One that I'm very, very excited about is called the Cocoa Jazz and Arts Project. It's really about arts and education, and we do this because I think this really does something for the community. I mean, I'm always happy when we can bring people together under the umbrella of food, music, and art, which is the dynamic that I like to talk about. I always like to tell the story about the acronym COCO. It actually comes from my work with the community college. The real word in community college is community. So when I work with young people to tell them the history of jazz, the value of jazz, and how the language and the spirit of jazz does something, as Ray Charles said, the music do what it do. So it has a power. And when I work with young people, I teach. Sometimes I have an opportunity to teach young people. And oftentimes I have a chance to talk with and teach older people. So it's the entire community, once again, I think, who benefits.